When you play Football Manager as much as I do, it can sometimes distort your understanding of the real footballing world. This is no more apparent than in the realm of transfers. With a massive database including pretty much every club and player in the world, it is relatively easy to snap up cheap, quality talent from around the globe that the average person has never heard of. It can, therefore, be somewhat confusing when you see that wonder kid right winger who led your team to back-to-back league titles, or your stalwart centre-back who headed you to Champions League glory, are now suddenly at a different club. In this video then, I will look at several good players from recent football managers, particularly Football Manager 2019, who have transferred clubs this summer without much fanfare at all, in the UK at least. We start with young French goalkeeper Alban Lafond, a recent signing in my Monaco save on this channel. The 20-year-old has been highly rated on FM for the last few years, and last summer completed a 7 million transfer to Fiorentina in Serie A from Toulouse. His debut year with the Italian side didn't go especially well, and despite 34 league appearances, he has this summer been loaned back to France with Nantes, who have an option to buy, meaning he's going to be difficult to pick up anytime soon on FM 2020. Number 2 is Breel Mbolo, the highly rated 22-year-old Swiss forward usually turned into a world-class star on recent FMs, but a very serious ankle injury has hampered his development. This summer he's left Schalke to join Bundesliga rivals Borussia Mönchengladbach for just £9 million, a significant loss from the reported £20 million that Schalke paid for him, and considerably lower than the kind of prices he'd usually end up going for on FM. Number 3 is Kevin Mbabu. Staying with Swiss players, right-back Kevin Mbabu has left Swiss champions Young Boys to join Wolfsburg. The former Newcastle player has cost the German side £8.2 million, meaning he'll cost a lot more than that on FM20. Number 4 is Dejan Javelevic. The teenage Serbian striker was a cheap pickup on FM19 at the start of the save, but this won't be the case on FM20 as he's joined Eintracht Frankfurt for £3.6 million, as they look to replace a Luka Jovic-sized hole in their team. Number 5 is Fredrik Rejavik. Fellow highly rated Serbian Fredrik Rejavik has been a cheap, dependable goalkeeper for years on Football Manager, but he's finally secured a move to a top 5 European league as he's joined Stade de Reims for £4 million from Israeli side Maccabi Tel Aviv. Number 6 is Tony Valaena. One of the most seemingly random moves this summer is Dutch attacking midfielder Tony Valaena, who after over 200 appearances with boyhood club Feyenoord has joined Krasnodar in the Russian Premier League for £8.1 million. A solid mid-table Premier League option. I've not seen this move reported anywhere. Number 7 is Jan-Fiete Arp. We go to Germany now, and shock horror, Bayern Munich have snapped up a talented young German. Jan-Fiete Arp was never especially cheap on Football Manager 2019, but he always ends up becoming world class. Bayern have paid just £2.7 million to Hamburg for the striker, alongside their far more notable big money acquisitions of Benjamin Pavard and Lucas Hernandez. Number 8 is Alexander Isak. Bayern Munich's Bundesliga rivals Borussia Dortmund have also splashed the cash, signing Julian Brandt, Nico Schulz, Thorgan Hazard, Mats Hummels and Paco Alcácer, but it's a departure that I'm interested in. Highly tipped Swedish wonderkid striker Alexander Isak hasn't really hit the heights FM has been predicting just yet, and he's off to Real Sociedad for £5.85 million. Number 9 is Denis Favreau. The Slovakian centre-back has always been a cheap purchase on Football Manager, and aside from his pretty low passing attribute, is a reliable defensive option. He's off to Lazio now though for £9.85 million. And number 10 is Victor Nelson. Copenhagen have moved straight away to replace Favreau with another FM19 hidden gem in the form of Victor Nelson from FC Nordsjælland. The Dane can usually be signed for less than £10 million on FM19 and turns into a top-class centre-back. He's joined the Danish champions for an undisclosed fee. Those were just 10 of the players of some notability on Football Manager 2019 who've already made a transfer this summer without it really getting much press attention in the UK. It's not a comprehensive list by any means, and with much of the summer still to go, many other players will be making transfers as well. If there's any interest in this video, I'll do some further parts of it. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more content, particularly around Football Manager, and I'll see you next time.